but she's very, she doesn't like to do things that will annoy Google. Let's put it that way.
Well, then you have too, Terry. I mean, what about all the other phone browsers? You know, so what about Dolphin, for instance, as opposed to?
Yeah, but could you give it a list of keywords and say, go get the Google search top 10 for each one of them?
What's the usage breakdown for browsers on phones?
Oh, that's
for
very
as far as like
specific.
As far as is Google's dominance on mobile the same as it is on desktop?
No, on Android phones, I bet you it is.
Yeah, well.
It'd be default on Android phones. What's the default on iPhone, Bill? Siri or what? They used to have Google search. I don't know anymore what they're using.
What did we just hear about something between Apple and is it Bing or Apple, and they were talking about going a different direction with search results. That was this past week. Somebody wrote something.
Mixpanel. I've never heard of that one, Brian. No, it's more for it's just to see if I'm ranking in mobile. I want to make sure that they're the same. It's mainly for when I look in Google Webmaster Tools and see average position as 7, and then I look in Toronto and it's number 1. I wonder, okay, is the flux by location? Is the flux by mobile apps? That's what I'm trying to ascertain, right? Mainly, I want to know, I want to see if there's any problem with ranking on the mobile as a result of the website.
Start there. So that breaks it down in tablet, desktop, and mobile. So this guy's got 31% coming from mobile.
Well, you could create an advanced segment right with that,
yeah,
and then apply that looking at search queries. And again, I know we're skeptical, so the trend, right, is what you'd be interested in, or just looking at your organic landing pages. But and Bill, maybe you'll speak to this, but the overall search environment or search behavior of predominantly mobile users has got to be significantly different. It's a different game, especially if you start throwing in voice.
Yeah, I think it is different. People query differently when they're not constrained by a search box and having to type an entry in. The language does appear to be more conversational as do the queries. We learned that from what little Google told us about their reason for coming up with Hummingbird.
conversational search, dude. It's the future.
Yeah.
It is the future, dude. It's in its infancy, but I am, I'm actually more bullish on it because of Xbox and their fucking what is it called? The live thing that looks at you. It's fucking lot. I'm a bad geek. Anyways, but no, the conversational search with an Xbox is miles ahead of fucking Google.
Yeah.
It is nutty.
And Microsoft does have some patents in that area, but they supposedly they got a lot of their speech recognition stuff from Nuance, which
Connect. That's what it is. Connect. Xbox Connect.
Johnny Ivy. So Ray Kurzweil is behind Nuance. The company changed its name to Nuance from something like Kurzweil speech recognition. I think it's really early days for that. There's still a lot to go.
No, I know, dude, but we grew up watching Star Trek, so man, I'm waiting to talk to my computer.
I've got a client.
I'm like, computer.
I just talk to myself. It works just as good.
And I've used Google Navigation to try to find them on a couple of trips to drive to their office. And
it's pretty neat, though. Like the early Google Talk stuff, dude. Like you said, who's the president of the United States?
Yeah.
It came back with Obama. And then you said, who is his wife? It came back with Michelle, et cetera, et cetera. Like, some really neat shit like that they've already got going on. It's going to be a while. It's going to take a while, but that's the way it's going to be. So conversational language is going to be the future of search. It's that simple.
Yeah. When I asked for the name of this company, its location in Google Navigation, it thinks I'm asking for the Hoover building. It's like, I don't want the FBI headquarters. No.
Visiting that site could get you in trouble.
So I want like a navigation app that you can put on your website so that you surf.
Well, like I said to my wife, we had one of the guys who works with the Google, Edward DeBoer, and he works with the indoor mapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was telling us about all the little Wi-Fi, because basically what happens is when your phone's outside of like a shopping mall, as soon as you go in, Google loses signal, right? So they're giving out all these little Wi-Fi apps so they can track you when you get in, and you can upload the blueprints of the fucking mall and everything else. They can guide you within 6 inches of any product, et cetera, right? Like, so Google's tracking you. So like I said to my wife, I said, well, see, there you go. You got the Google car, right? So you're at home and you voice search something and you say, take me to that product. And your car has been started. So you get out of your house, the car's already ready to go, you sit in the back, the car drives you right to that advertiser's location to buy that fucking product, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
And now your phone will guide you in there within 6 inches of it, et cetera, et cetera. And this shit is, it's amazing what they're doing. It's a well thought out plan if you think about it. Like if you pull back and you look at Google Glass and you look at Google Cars and you look at if you pull back and look at the whole set.
You buy something, it'll take you to the store to pick it up. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Right. Or the bar, or whatever. You want to go out for a drink. You don't have to drink and drive. Your Google car will take you there and drop you off at the bar's front door.
25 miles an hour, but it'll do it.
And when you get in there, it'll offer you a free drink for the first hour on your little mobile app and everything else.
Yeah.
Yep. So, welcome to the future. Yeah, the conversational search stuff is a step in that direction.
All right, Oprah says bye. Everybody have a good weekend.
All right, Bill. Mr. B, always a pleasure. Tim, how's things been with you, brother?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good, mate. I had a few mental couple of months with developers. They all seem to have gone. I don't know. They all see that the heat in the UK has probably just melted their brains for some reason.
What do you guys consider heat?
26 and they start.
Oh my fucking god, dude!
I don't even put my shorts on for that weather.
Yeah,
26. That's like a cool breeze here, man.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
We've been up in the high 30s the last. Well, this week's not so bad, but up until last week, high 30s, man.
Yeah. So yeah, I think they're just producing a load of shit this last couple of weeks, and yeah, so I've been having to crack the whip a bit, but yeah.
All right, Brian, have a good one, man.
Cheers.
38 with 80% humidity. Yeah, that'll do her.
Well,
He's in Quebec, right? You're in Quebec, aren't you, Brian? I believe. No. Montreal. Yeah. Montreal. Oui, oui.
Okay, well, I left my wallet at the grocery store, so I have to go retrieve it.
oh no.
Well, at least it was there, Bill. I had visions of losing it somewhere else. At least it was there. That's what I'm glad of. And luckily, I didn't have my actual ID in it because I don't carry ID and credit cards together.
Ah.
Probably a good idea. Anyhow, I'll catch you this weekend, Dave. I gotta head
Yes, sir.
out
Yeah, I should be working.
now. Okay, catch y'all later. Good seeing you.
I'm gonna go grab some lunch too.
All right, well, I'll probably just fucking kill this thing. Well, I'll talk to Tim for a little bit.
Yeah, Terry, if you want me to, I see SEMrush has just added mobile to their things. If you want me to run something for you with a couple of, some keywords and the domain, send them over to me, and I'll it's worth testing it out.
Oh, there's hundreds. So I'll probably do it on AWR this weekend. I want to